We heard dramatic testimony from Stormy Daniels in recent days, but today was more subdued. For analysis of the latest out of the Manhattan courtroom, we're joined now by former federal prosecutor and criminal defense attorney Tim Jansen. Tim, thanks for coming on and breaking this down for us. Let's start here. Trump's former White House aide, Madeleine Westerhout, gave testimony today. How impactful do you think it was, and for which side?
Well, it was a necessary element that they had to prove, showing the checks, how the checks were signed, the bookkeeping. Those are menial, especially after Stormy Daniels testified. It's pretty boring stuff, but they needed to do it, and they're tying the knot to get to the crescendo. The crescendo is going to be obviously Michael Cohen.
Yeah, the state's presentation of phone logs, text messages, tweets. What was your impression of that?
Well, the tweets can be very good because jurors can see them. Phone logs, jurors get bored. They don't understand it until they get a really good witness that can tie the phones and the calls. But in here, you can tie the phone calls. And there's questions about one important phone call, whether part of that phone call was cut off that is favorable to the defense. Now, the defense is going to argue it was cut off, there's favorable material. Cohen's going to say, no, that was the end of the call. I got another call. So that is important in this case.
So in this age of very public trials, even though we don't have cameras, there's a lot of coverage of this. The state's star witness is expected to take the stand next week, as soon as Monday. What are you anticipating from Michael Cohen's testimony? And then, of course, as Aaron pointed out, what could be a very lively cross-examination?
Well, I think every defense lawyer would like to have a chance to cross-examine Michael Cohen. He's got every possible thing you can impeach him with. He's been found to be a serial liar, a perjurer. He's making money off Donald Trump. He hates Donald Trump. He's been on TikTok doing all this. And don't forget, he was Donald Trump's lawyer, and he was doing this legal work. And Donald Trump's defense may say, well, we relied on our lawyer. It's going to be questionable whether he's going to be subdued on the stand and how the cross-examination, because I think they better take a really small incremental steps when cross-examining him, because he's going to be looking for a way to give a jab back at Trump and the defense.
Yeah, I just saw it in your eyes. You put your criminal defense attorney hat on. You and every other criminal defense attorney would like to get a shot at that cross-examination, I'm sure. Tim Jansen, thanks so much for digging into that with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Phil.